I do not know how you've been making egusi soup prior to this video, but I'm just here to tell you that this particular recipe is the truth and you shouldn't be making your egusi soup any other way. Hello YouTube family, welcome to my YouTube channel Adesowaye. So to make your egusi soup, you're going to heat up a pot and then add in your palm oil, and you're going to let that get hot. You do not have to bleach your palm oil, please. Just let it get hot and make sure you don't go in with too much palm oil. Depends on the quantity of your soup, that will determine how much palm oil you'll be making use of. So now this is just me adding my egusi paste, well mixed with no lumps at all. I mixed it with some water and some meat stock, and I'm just adding that in bits into my pot. Now, if you want a thicker egusi consistency, you have to make your paste very thick. But for me, what works for me is the very light egusi. And also, if you want a thick consistency, you have to allow it fry for at least 15 to 20 minutes on medium heat. Now, that's not the case with me, so immediately I added my egusi paste. I just left it for about 2 to 3 minutes before I stirred it. And now this is me adding my pepper mixture. Now, this pepper mixture is a mix of Scotch bonnet peppers, red bell peppers, and some onion. So that's what I am adding into my soup now, and I'm going to give that a good mix before I proceed to add in my meat stock. Now, adjust your meat stock according to how you want the consistency of your soup. I added a lot of meat stock because, like I said before, I prefer my egusi soup very light. Now I'm adding my cow skin at the base, like almost immediately I started cooking my soup. This is because you want your cow skin very soft. You don't want to battle with a very thick bonnet, so you have to add it very quickly so that you would get the best out of the soup. Yes, so now you cover your pot for some time and allow that to steam. Thereafter, you're just going to season and add in crayfish. Now this is me adding my blended crayfish, and I'm adding in some seasoning. Now I made use of some fish seasoning and some beef seasoning because variety is the spice of life. Now I seasoned my soup and I allowed this to boil. I gave it a very good mix though. I gave it a very good mix. I made sure all ingredients were properly combined, and then I just covered my pot and allowed this to boil on medium heat. Now, when you're cooking your egusi soup, you really do not want to make your heat very high because you don't want your egusi soup burnt. So I made use of medium to low heat throughout the process of the soup. Now, it has gotten to that point where I should add in my protein. This is me adding in a mix of ram meat and cow meat. And if you're still watching this video and you're not subscribed to my channel, please do well to hit the subscribe button and turn on notifications so that you'll get updates from me as soon as I post the video. Now, after mixing this properly, I added in some water. Like I said before, this is what works for me. Do what works for you. And I gave this a very good mix again. Like I said before, make sure throughout the process of your soup, you are on medium to low heat so that your soup doesn't get burnt. Now, I gave this a very, very good mix. I allowed it to simmer for some time, and I did not cover my pot completely. I just covered it almost completely, but no, I did not cover it completely. Now, I just allowed it simmered for about 5 to 7 minutes thereabouts before I introduced some periwinkle. Now, my moral policies will come under the comment section and tell me, oh no, you don't cook with periwinkle. Well, do what works for you. If you do not like this process, feel free to skip it. I had some in the house, and of course I added it. And immediately after adding my periwinkle, I went in straight with my vegetables. Now, this is my well sliced UZIZA, but feel free to use what works for you. Bitter leaf, pumpkin leaf, any vegetable at all of your choice, but this is what works for me, and this is what I am making use of. So immediately you add your vegetable, please do well to turn off your heat. Do not cook for extra time because you don't want your vegetable overly soft, and you do not want your vegetables discolored. And the heat from the soup is just basically going to do the rest of the cooking for you, and that is all. This is pretty simple but technical, so I advise that you make use of this recipe when next you are making egusi, and you'll be glad you did. Thank you so much for watching, and if you haven't, please do well to hit the subscribe button, turn on your notifications, do well to like this video, share this video, comment, drop your questions in the comment section, and you can just feel free to tell me what you want me to be uploading next, because I have a whole lot of recipe packed for you. Please make sure you have subscribed and make sure you have liked this video. And until the next one, guys, it's bye for now. Thank you.